Hi Virgo, this is Jessica with Cardinal Signs. I hope that you're doing well. So today we're going to do a reading to help you make a decision. So if you're trying to make a choice and you're having a hard time kind of wavering back and forth, should I do this? Should I do that? What's the best choice for me? We're going to take a look and see what energies are at play here and potential outcomes of each of your two choices. So to begin, I'd like you to assign the first spread to one of your choices and the second spread to the other choice that you may have. If you have more than one option, or sorry, more than two options rather, just choose the two that are most viable. So to start off, we have the Page of Cups, which is trust, and that's the overall energy for this option. We have integration, we have the Eight of Wands, traveling, we have the Five of Swords, comparison, and we have awareness, which is the Chariot. Okay, so this Page of Cups is telling me that this choice seems scary to you, and it's really asking you or requiring you to open up, surrender, and allow. So that process may seem quite daunting, and that's something that you're going to have to face right off the bat. And so kind of like feeling your way into this option, this choice, may be difficult for you. There's a lot of opportunity for growth with this path. There's a lot of self-awareness that can come about from this path for you. And it's really going to open up your eyes to what you need in your life, what you need more of in your life. I'm drawn to this Five of Swords comparison. It's kind of like, this is what I used to have and this is what I want or what I could have. And it's kind of like pulling back the veil and getting a taste for something different, something more, something better. This is a very powerful card, this integration card. These are elements of your life that are all being drawn together, different threads that may have seen or seemed to be unrelated or not coherent. And somehow they're being woven together in a very unusual but magical way. It works somehow. For some of you, once you surrender, this is going to happen very quickly. Things are going to start to, I'm hearing the word unravel. It's going to feel like things are unraveling or be out of your control. You may feel like you're wanting to step on the brakes and slow things down, or you're kind of like scratching your head going, how did I end up here? But it's all part of the process, and it all comes back to trust and surrender, which is the primary message and the primary requirement if you feel drawn to travel down this path. There is a cycle here. This may be something that you have attempted before. And it's like there may be that fear or that holding back because last time when you tried to do this, it didn't work out very well for you. You weren't happy with the results. This time is different. It's like night and day. You can't even compare. But yet there is this sense of things coming full circle. There is this sense of completion with this pathway, a huge amount of expansion. And as I said, I feel like all these different threads in your life are coming together in a really beautiful way. With the second path, or second option, we have the Four of Wands, participation, Eight of Cups, letting go, the Six of Cups, the dream, the Nine of Pentacles, ripeness, and the Four of Cups, turning in. Okay. So this is pretty clear to me. There's something, some idea, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a thing, maybe it's a belief system that you have, but you have to let it go. You have to be willing to set that aside because it's not going to serve you on this path. There is a strong need for independence. So any kind of codependency, any kind of crutch that you may be carrying to kind of help you, to give you confidence, you don't need it anymore. This is a very collaborative pathway, and yet you have to have a really strong sense of independence and awareness of it's kind of like your habit of placing not too much trust in someone else, but it's like expecting or wanting someone else to kind of carry you. And so that's what you have to let go of. This path feels a lot like you striking out on your own, and you're not alone. You have people that are there to support you, but it doesn't feel like you're like really holding on to them too tightly. You have this wonderful sense of freedom and confidence. So if there's one thing that this path represents, it is your personal growth in realizing your own confidence. You're going to doubt yourself. That is an element of this path. Doubting that you're on the right track, doubting that you have what it takes to get where you want, doubting that you made the right choice, looking back and saying, oh, maybe I should have done that. But you have to still those little voices of doubt. You have to be very powerful and own your energy, own your decisions. This path is going to require you to be very quick, make snap decisions, be very sure of yourself. Like I said, there's an immense amount of confidence that will be required to be successful on this path. Okay, so potentially where this first option could lead you, we have the Seven of Cups, projections. Okay, so this is saying that there used to be like a fog where you didn't understand. And this is going to allow you to be very clear about where you stand and where, I think it's a person, where someone else stands. So your role and their role and what your relationship really is, what it really means on a very deep level. For some of you, this might be related to like a love relationship. Maybe you're needing to let go of control over it. Perhaps it's bringing up feelings of hurt from a previous relationship, but this one is very different, but it's still echoing in a way that's kind of troubling you. There are elements here that are bringing up a lot of like past baggage, but I'm seeing the fog clear, and you're going to have a very keen understanding of where you stand. So this path will bring you clarity and understanding. This is the Seven of Wands, sharing. Again, very interesting. We have this very collaborative card here with the Four of Wands, participation, and then sharing. So it's going to be an interesting balance between your need to define your independence and self-reliance and confidence, balancing that with your relationships, with the way that you interact with people. This is about a mutual give and take. This is about not leaning too heavily on another person and not allowing another person to lean too heavily on you. This is an equal playing field. So this path is about balance and personal strength and reciprocity. So sometimes it can be very clear that one is pulling strongly or calling you strongly. And other times, like, I feel that both of these have their merits, both have their challenges, and it's going to depend on you, where you're at in your life, and what this choice is all about, what is calling to you. I'm going to tune in here, see what else comes up for Virgo. Okay, so I'm seeing you getting very grounded and anchored. There is, okay, it's interesting because you have traveling here. And I wasn't picking up too much on moving or anything, but it's actually the reverse of this. This option is going to allow you to become and feel very settled, very grounded, stable. It's almost like putting down roots, settling somewhere or settling with someone, settling into something and getting very comfortable. Or Virgo. Okay. So you may feel that you're kind of bouncing out of control at some point. You may feel that all hope is lost. And that's part of this process of letting go of whatever this was that you used to put too much stock in. And when you let that go, it's like this free fall, and you feel like you're not going to recover. You're going to feel like you're just going to keep on bouncing and that things aren't going to stop and settle. But they are. And I'm seeing another person actually coming in. And it's interesting because I'm seeing you as this apple falling. And I'm seeing the rest of this scene where the apple hits the ground and it bounces and bounces and rolls and tumbles. And it feels like that's never going to end. It's like this inner turmoil. But it does. You stop, you settle, and then someone else comes in and they like find you and pick you up. But again, there's that caution there of not giving your power away to that person. It's interesting that I'm seeing that this person is finding you and picking you up, because I feel that that goes against the lesson that you're learning with this path, is to have more independence and being able to rely on yourself, have confidence, be able to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. So perhaps there's a caution there in not waiting for someone to come and rescue you. Okay. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Take care of yourself, and I will see you again soon.